I know your name. Don't hide from me, 'cause I see all your pain. It's written in your eyes. You and I, we are one and the same. For better or for worse, our dreams are our curse. We are united in our pain. So tell me why we live like angels with no halos, walking blind in a wasteland, a graveyard, out of sight and out of mind. You must be crazy to live so aimlessly, and yet so confined. We survive. We are fighters and we break the odds alive. We break the odds alive. Even when you're on your own, you don't walk alone. I'm by your side. Somehow we Tell me why we're gifted with such insight, but we're so blind to the demons that we all fight. Is this really by design? And if so, then what happened to our human side? If we can't let go of the hate in our souls, then I fear we've wasted our lives. We survive. We are fighters and we break the odds alive. We break the odds alive. Even when you're on your own, you don't walk alone. I'm by your side. Somehow we survive. We are fighters and we break the odds alive. We break the odds alive. Even when you're on your own, you don't walk alone. I'm by your side. I'm here. Somehow we survive.
Oh, ladies and gents, how are you doing? It is live streaming time in just a moment. Well, I say just a moment, we're actually starting. It's kicking off, as you can see. Change things a little bit around in the pre-show, where we get a chance to chill, have a bit of a natter, all that jazz as we're getting the stream together and waiting for the dudes to come on in for a good fun time. Of course, this being Ring Warriors, the tabletop role-playing game that yours truly is building from the ground up. It is a great project. I love working on it, and I'm looking forward to see what happens next with the party. My lord, is this gonna be epic? It's gonna be real good. Why is it gonna be real good? Because, well, I just said it's gonna be real good, so there you go. So I'm just turning this on because audio, lovely. Obviously this doesn't use like this is mostly for Discord. That big boy is for Dash Streams. This is why when you see me, I've got the headset and the big microphone on, because 2 mics for 2 different things. Huzzah! Magic. Let me see, I'm going to park myself in the Ring Warriors chat. What are they there? And if I do end up bantering with her, if you do see me bantering with some of the guys, then you won't be able to hear them until we flick it over to the game screen. It's perfectly fine. I don't know why this is being a numpty. We'll soon find out. But this is why I like doing the pre-show bits, because I get to set things up, and if anything's being a wally, I can smash it into submission. Which is fun. And of course, we're live streaming this on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer, as per usual. So if you know where you're coming from, if you want to scream and shout and let it all out, and scream and shout and let it out. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a bit of a testy-do. Okay, apparently my headset is not being detected. Is it even being plugged in? Apparently yes, but at the same time no. Right, let's look at the headset off. Oh, that's right. It's being what I like to call a dick. Let's fix that. Easiest way to fix it. Plug it back in again, as the old school ways go. Okay. That being done, I should just be able to reset the room. And I've got to reset the Discord. And it should work. Would help to have a headset. Yeah, that works. That works very much now. Fantastic. Let me just check it's coming through on the... Yay! It's working! Monday, Tuesday. Happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday. Happy days. Wednesday, Thursday, happy days. And all that. I actually... Like, I remember happy days, but at the same time, I don't remember happy days. That's the crazy thing about it. It's like, happy days? What the hell's that? Well, would you like to know something? Maybe you should go onto Google and type in, what is happy days? And then be well informed by that of the happiest of days. The days of hap. I just got that stuck in my head now. There we go, let me just remove off my phone all the crap it does not need at this moment in time, because that is quite important. My computer has everything set up I need, whether that be the social medias, the non-social medias, and the medias of non-social medias, which is fine. This stream has been shared out everywhere, I do believe, through Instagram, which will post it onto Facebook, Twitter, my personal Facebook page, the Discord channels, and all that fun jazz. Perfect. Now, like, who doesn't love a little bit of fun jazz? Well, I'm certain everybody likes fun jazz. Fun jazz is good. Seeing if there's anything interesting in the wide world of my phone, at least at this moment in time. And fun fact, no, there is barely anything fun in the wide world of my phone. Okay, 20 minutes countdown. 20 minutes to go, and we will be jumping into some fun. So I guess at this time, it's good to say that things are going well. And with things going quite well, the game itself is growing, and I like it. I like it when games grow, because growth of games is good. Everyone likes it. Get back out. Oh my lord, it's Tash coming out of nowhere, scaring the crap out of me, you know. Until no, I'm just here minding my own business, and all of a sudden, what? Jesus! Yeah, there you go. How you doing? Of course. There it is. Right, I am set and ready. I have been working on some new stuff. Yes, I have been. That's what I said. Get with it. Just listen. Can you imagine that if like Navi from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was just, it was so super emo, it was just like, hey, listen. It just like doesn't say anything, and then when you like fall and take like half your life's worth of health in falling down, just like, hey, listen, shitface. Hyper-aggressive Navi, there to save you when you're near death. And even then it's to belittle you, saying you shouldn't have done that really. Yeah, it just brings up the tutorial screen, it's like, ugh, why didn't you use Z targeting? What do you mean you don't know how to Z target? You hold down the Z and you target. Yeah, but it's just like you died, it's like, you could have pushed the A button. God. Hey look, it's Mr. I've only jumped, insert here how many times you've jumped so far this game. Yo, how we doing? Yes, new stuff. As mini bantery bits. So, new stuff. 2 new enemy races. Yes. One being... What do I... Scrolling through the GM bits. Here we are. Okay, so first new enemy being Devilkin. Which is basically my take on Devil May Cry Devil Trigger people. Where it's like at any point during the wrestling match we can just go, and I'm a devil now. Let's do it. Yes. And I love how I've made it so that if they're face or heel, different things happen. Yes. That's what I'm saying about Devilkin. And I'm also working on Giants. Because I have to put in Giants for one reason only. Andre the Giant. If I can make Andre the Giant an actual motherfucking giant, yo. like sizing up at 10 feet, weighing friggin' 800 pounds, not even the super heavyweight, he's a friggin' mega weight. You wanna suplex him, you gotta roll a check with palm. Damn. Oh yeah. least the fun part that I did with the Devilkin is that, like, dependent on the Devilkin's, like, weight, he can do suplexes and holds on enemies that are of a higher weight threshold than him without rolling with harm, so he can roll with standard stats. Which makes sense, because it's like, oh no, I can't lift him up because I'm a gnome and you're a big rock monster. Now I'm Demon Gnome. Yeah. I mean, it depends on how he does his devil shift. We can just be like, "Hi, my name's Johnny. I'm just a nice guy doing everything." And I'm Dreg, Lord of the Nine Hells. Like that'd be great if we hit the milestone on Kickstarter, and then I can flesh that out as an actual playable race, where one of the sub races is the dual personality version, where every time you enter an encounter or roll the skill check, you also roll a d20. If it's higher than 10, then you stay as your regular humanoid form and can still control things. If it's lower than 10, you instantly click into the devil mode, and you speak in devil version instead of your human version. And it's great. Hello, Carl. This is my game, yes. Well, not my game yet, because we're currently waiting on the people, and we're jumping in at hopefully around 8 o'clock. So this is the banter session before things are happening. And Tash says hi. You can't hear Tash yet, because apparently the stream doesn't like it until I go into the game screen. Fixing this next stream. So, stream sucks! It's like, worst stream ever. Can't take it. No. Yes, fun times ahead. Big crazy scenario is going to happen tonight, because they weren't expecting the scenario they had last time when they went through the hospital wondering what the hell's happened to Eric Dance. Oh, bloody hell, yeah. Tash's character wanted to kill everyone. Oh, yeah. I'm not actually gonna... I am the GM, indeed, Carl. The designer of the game, and of course, the game's GM, Game Master, or General Manager, if you want to use gaming terms. Hence why I call it GMing. Haha! Makes sense. And I fixed it, so now you can hear Tash. Yay!
Yay! Also, if you want to like go into wrestler specifics, you could call him RM and then call him the Ringmaster.
Oh! I mean that's actually pretty great.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, I'm just like, the pun.
It's like, look at this smart Mark, bloody coming up with great ideas and shit. God. Just like all the other wrestling fans, great ideas, but you don't want what you like.
I mean, you're talking to the person who, after sort of discovering that, like, one of the Hissen, like, Snake Mist is an adhesive, I thought, oh my god, it would be so hilarious for her to just punch a wall, punch through a wall and then apologize profusely and then, like, cover it up with the adhesive.
Yep, there you go.
And that's how you get Lavanya Wreckable, the Hissen brawler who's also a building contractor.
There you go. Love it.
Indeed. Although, like, I mean, I can't exactly ask you this because you're, like, the creator and all that jazz, but my question is to like all the other players, if they had the chance to create an alternative like character other than the ones they're playing, what would they be?
Ooh, that's a good question.
And it's like, okay, I had two ideas. Like, one is a gnome, like, dastardly villain with like top hat, monocle, evil moustache and everything that just has a maniacal laugh. And like, think 1920s B movie, like I will defeat you in the ring.
Curling your mustache, taking the women and tying them up to train tracks.
Yes.
Oh, how evil!
Yeah, how evil. The other like idea I had is a Sharkon idol who does like wrestling, but they're also a J-pop singer.
Yes, and you made the artwork for them.
I did make the artwork for them, indeed, because I'm a nerd.
Nice.
And to be fair, I've been drawing a lot lately, and I feel as though I need to try and like draw all sorts of shenanigans.
Yes.
Yeah, I even came up with a name for her as well. Melody Utasame.
Haha.
Haha! Which is kind of a pun in itself, if you actually know some of the Japanese words.
Which I don't.
Yeah. Melody is a play on the word melody.
Ah.
And, well, I say uta, the word for singer is supposed to be utau, as in U-T-A-U, but I just spelled it with a U-T-A. And then same means shark.
I get you.
So there we go. Melody singing shark.
Nice. There you go. I like.
But yeah.
I know with me, if I was ever put the question of, I know you GM, but what character would you play as if you were playing Wing Warriors instead of running the games? I know exactly who I would play as.
Go on.
Steve, the world's most average man.
Yes, Steve.
It's such a gimmick. I love it.
It's so hilarious.
So for those who don't know the story, in the infancy of the game, well, when we were rolling for characters, when we were losing the what I like to call the 1.0 build of Wing Warriors, I was playing around with things myself, rolling for my own character stats, and they literally became so average across the board that I ended up calling him Steve, the world's most average man, with his gimmick being that he's so painfully average that he only just manages to get by every match that he's in. And he's not even too bothered about making the big time, but he stumbles into the big time because he's so average. It only takes a big guy to make a mistake and for him to just go, "Whoop, that's my pinfall," and he just happens to win. So that's the gimmick of Steve, the most average man. So painfully average that he is the world's greatest champion, without even knowing. To a point where, like, if he's got an interview with someone, it's like, "Steve, if you got anything to say about your opponent, yeah, it's going to be a good match. We're going to have a great one. Everyone's going to enjoy it, and we're going to do our best. Yeah." It's like, what?
You could say he's the accidental champion that we didn't know we deserved.
Basically, like, it's either I'll be Steve, the world's average man, or I would probably do like my own twist on a gnome luchador.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, probably base him off of the real life wrestler Super Crazy, where he's just doing high risk stuff all the time, and just being a crazy Mexican, and that's the gimmick. He's like a crazy Mexican masked man, but kind of like add a little bit of El Toro Fuerte from Jackie Chan Adventures, Where it's like, El Toro Fuerte never removes his mask. And things like
Oh,
that.
yes, I remember that!
Oh,
Oh my god!
such a legendary hero.
Yes!
Oh,
Oh my god. And then there's just this kid who's like his biggest fan, and Jade and like that kid just argue over who's better, Jackie Chan or El.
yeah, El Toro.
Yeah,
Like,
El
it's
Toro.
it's actually
Fuerte.
hilarious because the whole idea of having a little allied companion following El Toro around was kind of my inspiration for the luchador tree that has you charming people, which was really cool because what was it? I was in the middle of building the luchador, watching classic episodes of Jackie Chan Adventures with El Toro Fuerte because great inspiration.
Yes.
And then it was the character Paco that follows him around, and I'm like, you know what? I've got an idea
Paco!
for
That
this.
was his name.
But the legendary struggle still goes on. Who is better, El Toro or Jackie?
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, who wins?
Well, Jackie
Don't
Chan,
know.
in a nutshell.
Well, yeah, of course.
And Jackie Chan in a nutshell because of two reasons. Number one, he is a martial arts expert, and number two, he's broken every bone in his body and he's still going. So
Oh yeah.
he's basically Thanos. Let's face it, he's Thanos without the Infinity Gauntlet.
He's Thanos, and he doesn't need to like snap his. Well, all he has to do is just poke someone on the forehead, and they just go flying back like 6 feet.
There you go. It's amazing.
Like I remember. Oh, were you the one who sent the video about when who was presenting the TV show? I can't remember, but basically, they showed him videos of people doing like martial art or parkour shenanigans, and then they stopped the video halfway, and they had him try to predict whether they would succeed in executing the move or completely fall face first or fail. And every single one, he managed to sort of get them all right and explained in loads of detail why they would fail. Like,
I know which one you're on about. I don't think that was me, but I do know.
I know someone put something on there. I just can't remember who.
Neither can I actually. That was some good stuff.
That was. Oh man.
Oh, here's a bit of wrestling trivia in the meantime. Someone managed to get a shot of the WrestleMania 35 set.
Oh.
What's it looking like? Let's see. Oh, cool! So it's kind of like a massive curved screen at the main stage, going down to a similar designed ring that they had for the last few years, which is pretty dope. Because of course, this is bearing in mind WrestleMania is now hosted in huge open air stadiums instead of arenas, which some people think deteriorates from WrestleMania. I think it's perfectly fine because WrestleMania over the years has grown to become one of the greatest sporting events of the year. So you got to make it as huge as you can. If the Super Bowl can sell out a stadium, WrestleMania certainly fucking can. And like, don't get me wrong, I know this might mean we'll never get a WrestleMania in Madison Square Garden again, which is a little bit upsetting, but at least in my opinion, you can use Madison Square Garden for NXT and have an amazing series of matches on the NXT pay-per-view the day before WrestleMania, and then WrestleMania you have a big stadium event where everybody's going to go nuts. So you you sell out both places in 2 nights, which they have done before and they'll keep doing for the end of time, so it's fine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, where are these people at?
Yeah, where are you? I was gonna swear them, but I was like, where are you guys at? Come on, man.
Where are these people at?
Yeah.
Putting a message in the Facebook chat. In the meantime. not a problem, because what I might do is I might just go over some things I've worked on. So,
Yeah.
in hindsight, I haven't had a lot of time to work on things. It's been a mixture of busy with work, and then at the same time, when coming back from work, I'm either too tired or have a severe lack of motivation to get cracking on it. Which I know some people would just say, oh, that happens to everyone, man. You just gotta knuckle down and do it. But let's put it this way: I'm very strict on myself when it comes to working on anything, whether that be a game, editing on a video, etc. If I'm not in that mindset to go sit down and do a proper work on it, the product you're gonna get is crap. And last time I checked, I don't put out crap.
The only crap that you'd put out is down the toilet.
Oh, right. Well, I mean,
Well, there we go.
I mean, Tash ain't wrong.
Yeah, you know I'm right.
There you go. But yeah, so with that mindset in place, I work on the game as much as I can. I try not to work on the game at weekends, because I try to make weekends, even if I am working weekends, time where I just don't work on things and I genuinely chill out, because you need chill space. You can't be working on everything all the time and burn yourself out, because that's what happens to all these YouTubers now, where they get super big, they keep pumping out all this content, and then before you know it, they suffer from burnout and whatnot. Some people don't. Now, those people are tanks, and I don't get them. And if you are like bloody drinking some magic juice of infinite stamina that you've somehow pried from a Dungeons and Dragons book, give me that shit. Because then I'll stay up all day and all night working on everything to make everything the best. Simple as. This game will be out before Christmas. Sorted. But yeah, it's mostly to do with, like, some people may say, oh, you're being too much of a perfectionist. What would you prefer? Product from someone with a great idea but doing it half-arsely, or someone with a great idea that actually spends his time perfecting that idea to make it the
Like a
best
hermit
possible
he
idea?
is.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
like a hermit.
I guess.
But, you know.
I'll take that
In
as
a
a compliment, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Pat,
my social life is non-existent.
Speaking
Anyway,
of social life.
I joke about it. It's Mr. Allergy, Foxy. To a point where he's all clogged up and he cannot speak.
Yes.
Where was it? Oh yes, so
Yes.
things I have worked on recently. One of the big things is I've started working on world building, so a proper introductory narrative to the world of Ring Warriors and how things go. Such as going into like the origins of wrestling within this world, from things such as the Age of Early Man, with like old school cave paintings of man suplexing dinosaur. Instead of the meteor crash that wiped out the dinosaurs, it wasn't a meteor, it was when one of the first humans managed to successfully suplex a T-Rex off of a mountain, which created the event simply known as the Great Crash, which broke all the big peninsula of an island into its respective continents of the world.
Jeez.
Which I love to pieces. And then from there you have certain huge events over the course of history. The crucifixion match between Jesus and the Romans, where it was an epic tag team match. And then what happens? Judas, with that betrayal on Jesus, hitting him with the ultimate move, the Kiss of Death. Oh, that Judas. But then Jesus comes back in 3 days and absolutely wrecks Jesus' face on the following pay-per-view. It's great, and you should totally watch it.
Oh, jeez.
But then you had certain events such as the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which was a huge series of events over in the Asian continents during the feudal age, where you had the warlords of Wu, Wei, and Shu going against each other, capturing different territories, fighting over territories, generals fighting, dying, retiring, all these crazy ass matches through all these generations. Oh, great. And of course, my personal favourite, the legendary pay-per-views simply known as World War I and World War II, featuring the Allies versus the enemy match, where it was a big survival 5v5 tag team to decide who would win the war. Apart from World War II, the pay-per-view, which involved the main event, which was the World Heavyweight Championship, that was not owned by anyone at that point. That was being fought for by the two legends known as Hitler and Churchill.
Yeah.
Where Churchill finally became the World Heavyweight Champion, winning the war, defeating the enemy by unleashing his ultimate move, the Isle Defender.
Yes.
Because he will defend our isles, wherever the case may be. I love it.
Also, there was this problem that Discord didn't pick up any audio from my microphone, so I had to reconnect the whole thing.
So yes, we had... So that's like a little bit of the origins of the Ring Warriors world. Then we dabble into the modern state of the wrestling world, going into details about where certain races tend to stay, certain things about how the world now works with wrestling in mind, the underground scene of wrestling that's making a bit of an uprising, but is very, very bloody and chaotic. But obviously outside of the world of wrestling as entertainment, you also have wrestling being used in big business in order to move up the business ladder. It's like, I want a promotion, fight this guy for it. And there you go. Or potentially a new job becoming available because someone's sick or someone's passed away, and so you have the entire office having an office-wide battle royal to decide who takes the job. Crazy things like that can happen in office spaces, like what happens for the presidency and the prime minister's seats is that they go around the country and they put on wrestling matches in order to garner fans, and then they battle one another at the end of their campaign race in a glorious last-ditch effort to win over the fans, and whoever has the most fans at the end of their campaign race sits on the seat of presidency, which is friggin' dope. So they have to literally wrestle their way to the top, which is pretty awesome. And then I think the only thing that I put in here is that monarchies are a little bit different than how parliamentary powers go. So with the parliament, it's very much you do your parliamentary race, you wrestle during the parliamentary race, you then fight your rival in the finals of a parliamentary race, and you see who wins from there. For the monarchy, it's more so, I'm the king, you are a warring monarch facing me and my country. If you want to win my country over, you wrestle me in a monarch versus monarch match to decide who gets the crown of both countries. Bring it. Oh, it's great. It's little things like that that just make the world that little bit nuts. And who doesn't love a bit of nuts?
Yeah.
And then on top of all that lore building, there was the little bit going into region control, which is basically a quick overview as to how the regions are set up right now, which races are mostly found in certain areas, etc. Such as like the Hissens, mostly dominating Indian territories, Loplands, and a lot more of the like westernized races actually taking over like Japan, etc. Even though most of the Japanese are actually Loplands. Africa being a nice mix of all sorts of different races, but there's a big warring divide going on with a bunch of them, which is pretty nuts. North America and most of Europe are pretty darn diverse. South America is diverse, but then has a very severe poverty problem, which means that some races are classed higher than others simply because of their race, Yep, there's racism in my world, get rid of it. And Oceania, because everyone knows Australia's immune from everything. And Australia's actually half decent. And because of that, it gets the best bloody thing on my list. Of course it does, because it's Australia.
Yes.
I think the only bad thing I could say about Australia is that it takes too fucking long to go on holiday there. That's my
Yes, it
complaint.
does.
Like,
That would be kinda cool to visit there. Except everything tries to kill you.
Oh yeah, lovely. Especially since most of the Sharkons actually live around the oceans of Australia. Apart from the like elite of the Sharkons that of course house themselves in the greatest place known to mankind, the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes.
Still.
So
Good
much
times.
Yeah. With that in mind, there's a lot of fun stuff going on. I know. I can't wait to fully flesh out. Like Devilkin has been fully fleshed out. I just need to add like a little lore piece as to how they sit into the world, and giants just need to be fully worked out still. Oh, excuse me.
There we go.
And once they're all good, that's more stuff for people. And then of course, like, I think after thinking about things, when we take things to Kickstarter eventually, the most of the early milestones for the Kickstarter are going to be turning the enemy races into playable races, where if all the playable races end up getting fully fleshed out, that's it. Like, the only thing that will then be in the game will be how to build rivals. And then, there you go. The whole game is incentivized on, you create your wrestlers, you create those opponents that your party of wrestlers go against. Have fun doing it. It's a creative process with both the GM and the player in mind, where you can just let your imagination run wild, brother! It's great.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that Christy's going to be late this evening because she has been having some hypo moments, which is perfectly
Oh,
fine.
okay. Yeah, it is.
Vinny, I have no goddamn idea.
God damn it, Vinny.
Like, you have one job.
God damn it, Vin.
I give you a time frame. I give you a countdown. I give you benefit of doubt. And then you give me this?
And then all of a sudden Vinny comes up. Oh, hey, Vinny. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah, oh, hi, Mark.
I didn't stream it. No, I didn't stream. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh,
Yes.
hi, Vinny. Oh, how is your stream life? Oh my god, what if Tommy Wiseau did live streaming? Would it be the greatest stream ever? It might.
It
mean-
might be.
Okay, I think with how things are going at the moment, I think we should get started. And then
Indeed.
And then as we go along, when the other dudes jump in, they can just jump in as we go. And I'll pseudo play as Erg and Bumper as we go through. Right, game screen. Lovely.
Woo!
Look at that no transition into game screen. I love it.
Indeed.
100% pure nothing, but hell, it's still enjoyable. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do this right. Let's actually click the record button. Boop! And then when I know that's recording, I know that I can get to cracking with some of these fun times. Hey! It's going. Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Ring Warriors, the tabletop role-playing game, the live stream, and the ongoing campaign brought to you by me, the game master and creator of Ring Warriors, Dom the Expert Coles. Welcome. Whether you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Mixer, I hope you have a fantastic time listening to us this evening as we carry on our wrestling campaign through the modern world as we know it, where wrestling is at the forefront. I am joined at the moment by 2 of my 4 fellow wrestling party members. I have Tash, aka Lavanya Wreckable.
Hello!
And we also have at the moment Liam Cyber O'Reilly, aka Foxy.
Yes, I am here.
Yes, I have my 2 champions with me at the moment. Tash being the Atlanta State champion, and Foxy being our current reigning United Kingdom Strong Style champion.
Ooh.
Fun times. Now, one thing I didn't disclose, that I will disclose here, because it's very important that Foxy knows he can now do this. Foxy!
Yes.
You are the official new United Kingdom Strong Style champion. And with that, you have newfound power.
Oh.
Because as the United Kingdom Strong Style champion, you have the ability, in case you didn't know already, or in case I didn't say it on live stream, I generally can't remember, you have the skill, Hard and Fast.
Yes, I have it in my character sheet.
There you go. For the people at home, in case you wanted to remind yourself as what this does. So, Hard and Fast is the level 1 Strong Style skill, which basically from level 1, your elbow and knee strikes roll damage with your favor stat equal to your cunning per encounter, which means your bloody hardest and fastest stuff is going to whack that much harder. Love it! And we all love a bit of that as a strong styler. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get cracking. A little bit of a rundown as last time. Our party, after successfully winning another pay-per-view, the Royal SmackDown, and of course Foxy becoming the United Kingdom Strong Style champion, they had a bit of R&R. They rested, they got themselves recovered after a long, perilous fight. But they realised what happened to Eric, so they ran over to a nearby London hospital where Eric was being held at. At this hospital, they managed to find Eric's room, was hanging by Eric, and that was when they were welcomed by a mysterious man from Germany by the name of Strongham, a famous scientist who is known throughout the world in his progression in a majority of different scientific areas, including even areas such as construction. He's explaining to the party like he was called in order to help Eric because of how severe his injuries were after succumbing to the hands of a mighty Mike Jaws. Needless to say, the little German scientist was also joined by a pair of big agricons, much bigger than Erg himself. But as the party took some time to reconvene and have a look at the security cameras, finding out what actually is the story behind this scientist, they found out that the mysterious happenings were going on inside of that operating room. But by the time they go back to check on Eric, he's gone. And so is the scientist and any sign of the agricons, except a single black rock. With that in mind, the party investigated anything and everything around the hospital, finding out that the doctor himself had managed to hack his way throughout the hospital without being detected, and getting Eric out of there, noticing that the last thing that they saw was a set of skid marks outside near one of the docks where an ambulance would normally sit, going away from the hospital, what could only potentially be Strongham with Eric Dance in tow. With that in mind, the party is still at the hospital for a moment. Lavanya, frustrated and absolutely furious for one of her friends, for she is beloved and actually brought in as one of her underlings, has been taken away, not knowing what has become of Eric Dance. Work. It's all happening.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
as much as you guys may be frustrated, confused, or curious, you guys have your phones going off, and they're vibrating in your pockets.
Yes.
What
Oh
will you
yeah,
do?
I am picking up that phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta pick up the phone.
Okay, you grab your phones, and it's a text message that's been left on your phones saying, saying, "Get back to the ring. Serious things have happened."
Ooh. Okay,
Well,
so I think we need to head back to the ring. And
Alright, we better get back there then.
yes,
Okay.
Maybe that has something to do with what happened to Eric.
yeah, maybe they might know thing or two.
Erg goes to pick up his phone, but instead just picks up another rock, thinking that it works, wondering why it's not quite working in his ear, but then just throws it away and accidentally breaks a window of a hospital. No, not really knowing. Whilst Bumper picks up her phone, realizes the text message, just goes, not a business deal. But okay. So yes, you guys rush on back to the ring. It's not too far away. It's good half an hour, but you guys are charging, so you managed to get there within 15 minutes instead of half an hour. And as you get back to the ring, who is there? It is none other than the man that welcomed you to the UK, former UK champion Mike Knox. But beside him is a tall, suited individual. You can notice the elven ears spiking from the back of his head. You guys know who this person is.
Sean!
And you're right, it's Sean Leafmeyer, head of the Wrestling World Organization and former World Heavyweight Champion, who is currently helping you on your way to go up the ranks of the championship ladder, as the World Champion has seemed to gone mad with power, and he wants that champion taken out. So, with these two at the moment, they currently have their backs to you as you enter the ring, them focused on a television screen as you guys enter. So what is it that you guys want to do?
Hey, what you two watching? And Lavanya just sort of approaches them.
So the two turn around, the notice that you guys are there. Mike Knox is very welcoming and invites you guys over to look at the TV screen. Sean looks around, gives you like a nod of approval that you're in, but doesn't say much, as his focus at the moment is what's happening on that television screen right now. So, are you guys going to start watching Le Telly?
Oh yeah, I'm going to watch that feckin' telly.
Okay, as you can see, the television is going on with a round-the-clock news update, as an urgent press release has been made, big red signs everywhere, big urgent signs, with them showing a picture of Eric on screen, saying that Eric Dance, son of the Prime Minister of England, has been kidnapped.
Yep.
But who made this public? Eric Dance's dad, Mr. Dance, the current Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. As you see on the television, he is out making a speech, a plea, outside number 10 Downing Street. And as he is out there on the little pedestal that the Prime Minister has, he stands in front of the press and simply says, "My son has been taken away from me. Although I do not always respect his choices to go into the ring. As a former wrestler myself, I never gave him the time of day to say that I was proud of him, that I believed in him, and I was truly rooting him on from the sidelines. Now that he has been taken away, I plead, anyone out there, who have any information about the whereabouts of my son, and an up-and-coming wrestling champion, please tell the authorities. I am now making this a big country-wide event. Thank you very much." And he says that, closes up his book, walks back into 10 Downing Street. You see he's trying to keep it together, emotions trying not to run wild as the newsreels just keep relaying information that you guys already know. That Eric's was originally sent to the hospital after what happened against Mike Jaws. All of a sudden he's been away from the hospital, but you notice something strange.
What?
The news article, or the articles that you see on the television screens, have screenshots of you guys running around the hospital, going into Eric's room, and all that jazz. By the looks of things, they are trying to frame you for the disappearance of Eric Dance.
Oh, bitch! Oh man, Lavanya is so mad right now. She clenches her wrist. No, she clenches her like fist. She is not happy. She's gonna go. Where is that fucking mad scientist right now? I'm going to fucking kill him!
It's at this moment in time that Mike turns around, looks to you guys, and just goes, I don't know what happened at that hospital. You guys need to tell me right now what happened.
We were at the hospital. We went to see Eric. In what condition is he in?
He was in a very critical condition. Like, he nearly died.
Yes.
Like, this is out of character, by the way.
Yeah.
That fucking scientist told us that he was in such a bad condition that a fucking shark nearly killed him. I'll kill both of them if I have to.
Yeah. It's at that moment in time where Mike's trying to calm you down, understanding the frustrations, as he's saying, look, we already know that you guys had nothing to do with it. The media's just running this story around in order to garner some attention. That's all. Even the Prime Minister knows that you guys had nothing to do. Because we've literally just been there from the Prime Minister before he made that speech, just telling him everything that we know. You guys are covered. As far as you know, you're perfectly fine.
Yeah. I think next step is to find out wherever Eric is.
And it's at that moment in time when you say that Sean Leafmeyer himself turns around with his arms crossed, one of his hands underneath his chin, as he turns around and just goes, I'm afraid I can't let you guys do that.
Why?
Why the fuck not?
As the head of a wrestling world organization, it is my responsibility that every wrestler is kept safe. This is my jurisdiction, not yours. You weren't to know that Eric was to be kidnapped by Strongham. I didn't even realize that Strongham has something in mind. But as far as I'm aware, I've got my top men on this. You guys need to focus on what's at hand here. What is at hand is getting to the World Championship.
What's also at hand is that a fellow wrestler has been fucking kidnapped by a fucking mad scientist, and I am not gonna stand there and wait for something goddamn awful to happen to him!
It's at this moment in time where he steps up to you, probably the most intimidating you have ever seen him at this point, as he just goes, you will stand there and do exactly as I say. As the head of a wrestling world organization, I can strip you of your title, strip you of your license, and make you retire before you even so much as take one step closer to my face. Do I make myself clear?
Lavanya just doesn't say a word as she punches a hole in the nearest wall before going into the gym, like the training bit where like punching bags are and weightlifting equipment are, sort of thing.
It's at that moment in time where he relaxes a little bit and is like, okay, I understand your guys' frustrations. You befriended Eric. Eric's a good kid. But he's in my hands. I need you guys to focus on this. Leave Eric to me.
Yes.
And if I find out anything about Eric, I can forward the information to you guys as soon as I find anything out.
Alrighty. Hi, Christy.
Hello.
Hey! So, quick rundown for Christy, because she just came in. Basically, the guys have just come from the hospital after searching for Eric and Eric being missing. Back to the gym, where Mike Knox and Sean Leafmeyer are basically explaining that the news press and the news media are covering Eric Dance's kidnapping. The Prime Minister has made...
I didn't even know he'd been kidnapped because I wasn't here.
Oh yeah, because you weren't here last week. He got kidnapped. Great. So yes, the press are trying to frame you guys, but Mike Knox and Sean Leafmeyer have worked with the Prime Minister, and they're all in understanding that you guys have nothing to do with this, as far as they're aware.
Hello.
And there's Vinny.
Also,
Lovely.
hi, Vinny.
Sorry.
I have to repeat this again. So,
Oh, sorry, I was eating. But I'm here
that's
now.
fine. So, short version. Eric's missing. Oh no, you guys are back at the gym. Your bosses are there. Your bosses tell you on TV that there are big things happening. Oh no, Eric missing. Prime Minister's upset. What happening? But Sean Leafmeyer, the head of the World Wrestling Organization, does not want you guys to look for Eric. He wants you guys to stay focused and keep going on your journey towards the World Heavyweight Championship. And that's where we are at the moment.
But Erglock Holmes.
Erglock Holmes has done very well. So,
Yes.
at this moment in time, Sean Leafmeyer has just come out saying that any information that he's able to garner with the investigation of the disappearance of Eric, he will forward to you guys as soon as he knows.
Okay, so what are we going to do next?
It's at that moment in time where Mike Knox turns around and gives you all an envelope. And
Well, apart from Lavanya, because she's not even in the room.
yeah, like Mike Knox goes toward keeps the other one to himself until he knows that you're okay. If you guys want to, you may open your envelopes.
I could open my envelope.
Is Erg's envelope, whatever's in it, is it in large print
Yes.
and simple words?
Yes, it is.
If it can Ergs be in like crayon with
With like a picture. It does
Which is
it
like
in
a
drawings.
comic
just
like
emojis in crayon.
I just imagine it. He opens the envelope and then opens up the letter, and it's like a letter that has like a little pop-up animation where it just shows you what's going to happen next. But yes, you guys open up your envelopes. You look inside. There is a wad of money, and you all have 100 WrestleBucks.
Woo!
But also in there is a set of tickets. You guys are going to Japan.
Oh,
I take it we're
nice.
in London at the minute still.
You are, yes. So, you guys finding out that you guys are going to Japan according to those tickets. Anyone want to say anything to these guys?
I see, you're getting us out of the way so you can look for Eric without us involving ourselves.
Mike comes out and just goes, "That's not the initial plan. It may look like that, but trust me, we're actually working together to get you your next best championship shot. And it just so happens to be in Japan."
Hmm.
And it's in
Interesting.
and it's in that state that Sean then looks over to you guys and just goes, "Yes, that's right. The UK is now safe again, now that we have a reliable, strong-style champion that's not going to go around killing people. Now, the next problem that we have is that apparently there are a few champions in Japan that, well, are making people go crazy."
So I get to punch people, right?
Erg, you get to punch all the people.
And Tinder works in Japan, right?
Yes.
Hold up. All the people? I was told that before and I didn't get to punch everyone.
It's at that moment in
It's
time.
punch some people.
Yeah, it's at that moment in time that Sean references the envelope, and as you open up your envelope, there's a little pop-up animation of like an like a little cartoon version of you punching a Japanese wrestler in the face.
It be a sumo wrestler instead.
Yes, just punching a sumo wrestler in the face.
I just imagine getting into a sumo wrestling fight, not understanding it, and just like suplexing them.
Yeah, and like the thing is with your envelope, it's got that pop-up animation, but then the only words that are on there are in big, colourful letters, just saying Nippon Manju.
I've just realised that Erg does haikus. This is perfect.
Brilliant.
Oh shit! Now I'm on the spot. Right.
Okay, it's whilst you're thinking of a haiku, it's this moment in time that Sean comes close to you guys and fills you in on why you're going to Japan. As he says, so it turns out in Japan at the moment we have a couple of problems happening down there. For one, there's a champion that's currently down there that is showing some very strange properties. You may have actually seen him before. He moved back to Japan and he quickly became a huge star out there. We're worried that because of his capabilities, he's going to end up being a problem.
Interesting.
And then after that, he also comes out saying, there is one other matter that's happening out there. We are led to believe that there is a famous group of pop stars out there that is single-handedly trying to take over Japan.
Oh, we've met them before.
Yeah, we did.
In the one-off scenario that was not canon.
Yes.
So you players have met them. The characters have not, technically. But yes.
It was Liam's alter ego who met them.
Ah, it was in a dream.
Yes.
Oh. But yes, like that's all the information he's giving you, unless you want to pop some questions.
Erg is completely silent, trying to think of a haiku.
I mean, how weird are we talking? This bloke's gone.
It's at that time where Sean goes into his suit, whips out a Polaroid picture, shows it to you, and the Polaroid picture is of a Japanese man in a hood, but coming out of his hood seems to be this strange, liquidy, fleshy substance that's coming off of him.
Too many steroids, Sam.
Yeah.
I haven't
a
seen a
steroid
single
problem.
I haven't seen a single steroid that lets a guy do this. That's why we're sending out.
Well, we might have done, hadn't we?
Yeah,
Well.
we might have.
Why don't you roll me a smarts check and see if you have
What was that?
smarts?
For
Erg's
fuck's sake.
biggest problem.
No, Erg's an idiot savant, don't forget. Right. Well, I got 16.
Okay. I'll wait and see how everyone else does.
Let's see. That's dirty 20.
Oh. 16, a dirty 20, and
Still loading.
no worries. At this moment in time, Lavanya, what are you doing?
It's a 12 for me.
Oh, lovely. Tasha! I think Tasha's gone into BRB mode. That's fine. Lavanya's just punching out some walls in anger.
Yeah. Basically, almost.
She was in love with Eric.
There you go.
I think maybe is is she pounding the same walls that I did before the death match? There's already holes in the walls.
Oh yeah, of course. So-
Snaps out of his trance because he's thought of 2 haikus. It's all good.
So with your guys' smart checks, Bumper, you have a bit of a thought, but then you think to yourself, well, I'll use my smartphone to check on things. But then you get distracted with another great business deal, and you're like, ooh, this is more interesting. Erg, you got the 16, didn't you?
Yes.
You're trying to recollect if this is anything that you've noticed before. You're trying more so to try and link it to maybe the roids, which is that big steroid back in the Bad Street, USA. But as far as you're aware, it's nothing that you're too well knowledged in. It just seems like some mysterious goopy goop.
It just seems like an odd coincidence.
There you go. But Liam,
Mm-hmm.
your fox eyes do not fool you. You have seen
Yeah.
this. You remember this. You recall to a match that happened not too long ago in the distance. That happened in Atlanta State, the same place where Lavanya fought and gained her Atlanta State championship.
Yes.
Where a party member at the time, by the name of Metalhead, went
Yes.
toe-to-toe with an opponent known as Shinjo Nakamase.
Yes.
That during his match had a certain moment when he, out of pure frustration, went for an elbow smash, and his elbow seemingly transformed into a sledgehammer as it struck
Oh.
Metalhead across the face.
Yeah.
And you
remember
notice that when
that.
it formed into the sledgehammer, it gave off a similar transformation vibe as what seems to be captured in this Polaroid.
Interesting. Interesting.
So it's up to you if you wish to disclose this information or
Yes,
you wanna
I
keep it
shall
quiet.
disclose this information with the party.
Cure. Do it.
Yeah. I'm just so full of goop that my brains aren't working as
That's
sharp
fine.
as they usually do.
That's alright. So you explain what you've known, reciting what I've told you, to the party, so now the party is aware of this mysterious thing. The Erg and Bumper, since they're in on the conversation, clock on to what you mean, and they're like, oh yeah, we did notice that from a while ago. Whilst that's happening, Mike Knox seems to be taken back a little bit, as if to think, this exists? I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, it does exist.
While Sean Leafmeyer takes back the Polaroid, puts it in his jacket, and takes a couple of steps away, turning his back to you for a moment. As he contemplates to himself, and then looks back over to you guys with a more serious face than he had before.
Okay.
As he looks towards you and just says, this is worse than I thought it was. If it is what I think that it is, after that description of yours, this could be something I haven't seen in quite a long time.
Yeah. And it was quite bad back then.
We need some more We need some more proper evidence if we are to go forward with this accusation, though. Again, another reason as to why you should head to Japan and take him
Yes.
on one-on-one.
Yes.
And it's at
I
that
didn't
moment in
need
time when
more
he says, "Oh, sorry, Vinny, go ahead."
I didn't need more reasons. I get to punch people.
Yes.
Nice.
And well, I'm just happy to provide a service when I can.
Oh
That
yes.
sounded way more dirty than I thought.
I'm
it's a-
surprised it didn't come out of Lavanya's mouth.
Yeah.
And so, with that information being dealt, Sean actually approaches Bumper at this point and gives you a contract. A contract, after having a look over it, will grant you a championship opportunity against this individual in Japan. Oh yeah. So it's going to be serious. So effectively, if you guys head over to Japan, you are #1 contender for that guy's championship.
Nice.
And plus, it also states in the contract that there is a lucrative business deal with extra and brand new action figures, clothing lines, potential model shoots for some extra dollar.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Why we can't go.
I
Way.
can see it as actual
Everyone
canon
else.
that releases, like, actual canon gets his own brand of punching bags.
That would be kind of cool.
Erg punching bags. Hard as rock. Strong as Erg.
Hmm.
Only thing stronger than Erg himself.
I actually cannot even think what would be my specialty in the merchandise industry.
You're a fox again, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. You
design-
probably wouldn't get the reference, but what you call it? Chicken.
Hmm.
I reckon most likely you develop some sort of app that is
Yeah,
designed
that
for
could be.
wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Like you have your own social media platform that's all about Azarian wrestlers.
Or wrestlers in general.
There you go.
Heel book.
Or
The Fox book.
Foxbook.
No, even more like amazing. You'd probably have like a Harajuku store.
Oh,
Yeah, that could be.
You just have map space or
technology
something
driven.
like
Yes.
like little do they know that you are actually the new Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Like you're scheduled you're scheduled to go into an event in a couple of weeks with a turtleneck, announcing the next new phone, the Foxbox.
Yes.
that. iFox.
iFox.
The iFox. Nice. No, that's it. It's called the Fox E. Ah.
Ah.
So yes, with this all in mind, Sean Leaf, Myra, Mike Knox give you the nod. Mike Knox leaves in your hands, Liam, the spare envelope with the money and the tickets for Lavanya when Lavanya wants to come back from her breakaway from getting all this pent up
Alright.
anger outside of her. And as they leave you, Mike Knox turns back around and just goes, "This won't be the last time I'll see you guys, but it's been a pleasure following you. Whoever end up back in the UK, just give me a call. My number's in your phones."
Yes.
Do you want a friendly punch later?
Erg. Yes.
It's a deal.
Nice.
And then there is one question which has been, which I have been wondering since the Facebook in the Facebook Messenger. You said that we have a big decision to make. I
Yes.
was
I
like,
think it's going to Japan was the big decision.
yeah, there is just one thing I'm thinking. Are we going to go with one airplane or two airplanes?
Well, since you're so inquisitive about this decision, why don't I
Yes.
get to it? So, as the two bosses leave, you notice that something outside of Sean Leaf Meyer's jacket seems to fall out of him as he walks out of the room and on his merry way.
I think I would try to grab the thing.
You pick it up, turn it around, and it is a note. A note that simply gives you an address. An address in Germany.
This is interesting. Really interesting.
In before, I'm getting that's the address for a certain German scientist.
I am
Or
saying
something.
nothing.
Yeah, probably. And
Well, if you do analyze the note, it does say in quotes, potential strong ham warehouse.
So they aren't even sure themselves.
No. So,
Hmm.
my wrestlers, my friends, your decision is very clear. You have the tickets, you have the contract, you have the goal of going to Japan and fulfilling what obviously needs to be done. But you do have information but could lead you towards Eric's steadily recovery. So, the big decision is this: Japan or Germany?
I'm rolling a dice on this.
Yeah, same here.
Even Japan or Germany, because it's very odd what's going on in Germany.
Yeah, I think I'm rolling a D100, and same thing. So Germany is odd, and we are going to Japan.
We are going to Japan.
Yeah.
I'll
So
do a 100 as well.
Oh, 2 Nippons.
Even?
Even was Japan.
even
odd
was
Germany.
Japan, and odd was Germany.
I
Because
got
of all the
even.
odd circumstances.
Oh,
Yeah,
So-
we're going to Japan.
So every one of us, we are going to Japan apparently.
okay. So
So
we've
his response is Japan.
Should
title.
we let Tashi roll as well? Just
Yeah, we should
yes,
let.
Lavanya.
roll as well.
Anyway.
Yeah.
yes, we should. I don't know quite what's happened to Tash, so I will quickly send her just a mini message just to see if she's okay.
Yeah.
So bear with me, folks. Because, of course, I would like to see her input, especially since 3 out of the 4 have rolled to decide Japan.
Yes.
And it would be,
It
would be
wasn't like
kinda-
a voluntary choice though, it was
Yeah.
random.
like in roleplay terms, it would have been like you've huddled together, really thought about this, and like you three have pretty much come up with the idea of, yeah, Japan seems like the best idea for now. We trust the boss. We trust what they're looking into. Everything's going to be fine. Eric's going to be found.
If we don't turn up in Japan as well, people might wonder where we've gone. And
Yeah, and there is also the fact that there is the entirety of. I think there is the entirety of UK's political forces in action to find him.
The other
Yeah.
thing as well I would say is probably it's more than anything to keep us safe as well as
That is true.
because if they don't want us getting involved, last thing back on
Yeah.
and just as important,
Us.
there's a title belt.
Yes, there is.
Alrighty. Very good to hear that.
And we all know what that means.
Yeah. Okay, so whilst we're waiting for Tash, I think this is a very good time because I've been chatting my arse off for God knows how long to have a bit of a breather. So we're
Yeah.
going to stretch our legs, grab ourselves a drink, and all that jazz. We'll be back in a moment for some more Ring Warriors action, and we will see whether it is a unanimous decision and that everyone is heading to Japan, or whether
Yeah.
there is defiance in the group. Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, we'll soon find out in a moment. Don't miss out, folks. We'll be back. Just a moment. See you in a bit.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad
Oh, no, it's fine. Before something was
I
up.
don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight,
Oh, sorry.
I'm so tired tonight. I'll
Oh.
fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm
Well, that's fine, because we just gone on Twitter.
I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of this nightmare. But when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes down to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've gotta try it. If I bleed tonight, I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of this nightmare. But when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now, to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've gotta try it. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. If I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home, no way to go, no one that can see through that shine of the light. I can see my life is crap, I have to see them too. I just live into my world, far from the pain, the fear. Just out of reach of desire, was not aware of the start of hell. But when I stop to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now, to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've gotta try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. If I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. I was so wrong, I was so blind, I was so dumb and out of time. I was so wrong, I was so blind, I was so If I bleed tonight, if I'm sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm home.
It would help if my microphone was not muted.
Yes.
Silly,
Oh,
silly stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Ring Warriors action here on the Twitch, the YouTubes, the Mixers, and all of interweb kind. We have a whole party, and the whole party is possibly going to Japan, but Lavanya, you need to roll that D100 and see if you are.
Yes.
I've already rolled that bloomin' D100 and I am apparently going to Japan. Yeah, boy.
So whilst
Full house.
whilst you were letting out your frustrations, do you come back into the room?
No, I'm not coming back into the room. I'm just letting out all my frustrations on like a punching bag.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
Is
and
it branded Erg? Because Erg's punching bags is a real thing.
yes, and I think Liam went to find Lavanya and just gave her the envelope.
Yes. It's like you approach Lavanya, know that she's angry at the moment, but you just slide her the envelope and then leave her to it.
Yeah. Also, I think it would have been the best way to do the thing is that while we are at the airport, then would have said to Lavanya that, oh, by the way, we probably know where Strongham is.
Really? Where is he?
He's in the. But this is just an assumption that he is here at this address. It's a warehouse, and hands it to Lavanya.
I would like to read the address.
Okay, so the address itself, it reads Warehouse 76, Strogendorf, Germany.
Then why the fuck are we? Then why the fuck are we going to Japan? We should be going to Germany to take on that bastard.
We are going to Japan as we were ordered to go to Japan. And they have this, I think there's a whole UK organization ready to take on Strongham and his bodyguards.
Oh yes, I mean, the Prime Minister has made this a big national event, so now he's got the full force of Scotland Yard on it.
Yes.
Plus, it's only an assumption. They don't know for sure, and if we end up going there and it's wrong...
Yeah, and I think it's... I think because it's this happening, I think it might be that they also have SAS working on it.
Most likely. Especially if Sean Leafmeyer was also putting his efforts into the mix.
Yeah.
I need to punch something. I need to punch a thing.
But the question is, are you saying this whilst you're wearing your t-shirt that says, She Punch? That's it.
You know what? I will like wear the t-shirt that says She Punch, that's it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm kind of thinking that this moment in time of how this party works, I'm kind of thinking that like Bumper is kind of the party's like merch manager.
I just thought of another t-shirt idea for Lavanya.
Just hooks up with some merch.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
Another t-shirt idea for Lavanya. Above her weight or below the...
What, above her weight or below the what?
Below the waist.
Oh, below the waist.
Yeah, it does show midriff, like snaky midriff.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if she wore t-shirts like that because she's not very ladylike.
Yeah.
It's like, are you punching above your weight or below the waist? That is the question.
I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. I wouldn't mind her having a t-shirt like that.
And you yourself can get your own She Punch. That's it, shirt. At ringwarriors.merch.uk.
Which I don't know whether it's been established yet, so...
Yeah.
Website to name not yet established. Disclaimer, it might happen, but not yet.
I hope it happens.
We want this
It's just a random rock.
Yeah, just the Erg merchandise is patented Erg rock.
It's just a random rock, never the same as the picture.
In a cage, like a rock.
Just like a proper
A little
pet
glass
rock.
case.
And you got like they're all differently named. Like one's Gary, one's Paul.
Just the caption: "Lose yours today."
It's like I've got a Susan. I've got Timmy.
And then there is everyone is lining up to get the phones. The iFox phones.
Of
It
your
was a
iFox.
Foxy, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
A Fox E.
yeah. Fox E.
Work.
Oh yeah. Love it. Right.
You could have the Foxy and then the upgrade, the Kitsune E.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
the slim
That's the
version.
Japanese market
Oh.
right there.
Yeah, that's right for the Japanese market right there, yeah.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
Kitsune-san! Oh! I love it. Like, you're just gonna instantly get it in there with, like, for Japanese. Right. So, Japan?
Japan.
Yes, Japan.
Fine.
Okay. Reluctantly, Lavanya feels as if, right, I guess you have to do it. As you guys head to the airport, as you have your own custom jet again, this one being quite different. This one has Leafmeyer's logo on like the tail of the jet, and the jet itself is actually much bigger, like, kind of like jumbo size. Because this is a long trip from the UK over to Japan, this is a big plane to do just the job. And on top of that, in order to cater to ERG's Agricon frame.
Yes.
Nice.
But once you enter the jet, you start realizing why it's so big. The jet actually has individual areas for you guys. Lavanya, in your area, you have a mixture of like workout gear as well as like some like plasterboard where you can do some like construction work.
Yes.
In like Liam's little section, he's got a series of laptops so he can practice smashing over a dummy's head.
Yeah, and practicing even more with the hacking skills.
There you go.
And tinkering.
Like,
Can he have like a filing cabinet just full up of laptops?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he
And
can.
it looks like it's the entire plane's communications as well.
It's like if
Oh,
Air
he's
Force
also
One's
tinkering
computers
the
were
OS.
in your filing cabinet and you just smash them.
Yeah.
Tinkering with the OS of the Foxy as well.
Hmm.
Oh yes.
Mm.
Then you have Bumper's part of the plane where it's like a bunch of like merch ideas, the merchandising of the party, like all your different contacts and phones of where like all the businesses that want to get in on those big deals, and a big fat safe to put the cash in.
Yeah.
And then I love Erg's area of the plane, because Erg's area of the plane is just bed of rocks
Bed of rocks and a basketball hoop.
and a basketball hoop to
I-
dunk.
I've been trying to think as you've been speaking, like what this reminds me of. You'll probably think, "Oh God, why?" after I say this. But have you ever watched Spice World, the movie?
I actually haven't.
I know what you're gonna say.
Oh
Oh yeah, but it's the bloody double decker bus from Spice Movie.
Yeah.
Oh
You
great!
have to remind me of that film's
We
existence.
have a fireman's pole as well,
Yes.
and fluffy rugs, and so I'm just thinking of Spice World now.
Oh god.
If driving the train would be like,
I'm still trying to block
Flying
it
the
out of my
plane.
memory. Still.
Oh, it's crazy stuff. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so with you guys settling into your parts of the jet starts taking off, but this is a long ass flight. There's a lot of things you guys can get up to on a long ass flight. Is there anything anyone in particular would want to do whilst we're on the flight?
Berg wants to practice fight with some.
Well, Liam is just searching, scouring through the web for info about Eric and Germany and Strongham.
Okay. Since you're using the interwebs and your awesome hacky capabilities with the Fox
Yeah.
E, why don't you roll me a smarts check?
Yes, I shall. $13.
You're like searching the internet, using the information that you had from that bit of paper with the address on, just like trying to triangulate locations and all that jazz.
Yes.
But nothing seems to be coming up on anything.
Yeah.
Like you're being perseverant, but it seems to be a lost effort.
Yeah.
Now what? Erg, what did you say you were doing?
I wanted to go around and ask anyone if they wanted to have a sparring match with me while we're on the
Say
plane.
anything.
Oh, who wants to spar with Erg, if anyone?
I'll go to Lavanya first because she seems pissed
Can
off and she
Bumper
might
do
want
it,
to
but sat down and with a stick?
Just like pokes
will
with
fight
stick.
the stick. We'll fight the stick.
Yeah, he's just sort of Bumper's doing something else, like reading a magazine with just a stick out in his hand.
Love it. But Erg just sees this as like an epic rivalry. It's like rock versus stick.
Erg sees you now. You will
Hasn't
not
been a
fit.
battle like this since rock versus paper.
It is time to rock.
Oh damn. So you guys are just having that sparring match between each other. What is Lavanya doing?
So who's having a sparring match between each other? The stick.
The stick being held by Bumper and Erg battling the stick.
Lavanya's still punching that bag. Like, she's just... She is just so angry right now. She's not in a good mood.
Uh-oh. Not
Yeah.
good.
Maybe there is a possibility that I could spar with Lavanya to get their frustrations out.
I mean,
I like to
if you want
imagine
to.
that there's like a generator tied up to the punching bag so that every time Lavanya hits it, it powers the electrics on the plane.
Economy.
yeah, and then when she stops punching the bag, the emergency generator comes up.
Oh no,
Nice.
it's going to a capacitor, so she's charging a battery by punching it. Just so, because she's punching it really hard. If it wasn't going to that capacitor first, it would cause the lights to overload and just everything would explode in the plane.
Yes.
Nice.
Like it.
And explosive decomposition isn't a very
I've
funny
been thinking about
thing to experience.
I love the idea of just in the Ring Warriors universe that everything is powered by wrestling. Like there's just like entire factories instead of coal, no nuclear power, nothing like that. No. It's just like hundreds of people that are paid daily just to punch things, and
Yeah.
that powers like everything in the country, sort of thing.
Oh yeah. So instead of like sweatshops aren't where people are working their asses off like knitting or sewing clothes. Sweatshops are where they're like generally like running on treadmills, sweating their ass off to power the
Yeah.
country. Oh damn. That makes my poverty idea a heck of a lot more dark.
It's
Oh,
a
damn.
cardio shop.
Cardio. Ooh, it's cardigans
Ooh.
and it drains you. So
I mean, if Liam wants to spar with Lavanya, then I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
okay, since you're all sparring each other in one way or form, why don't you all do me a favour? Grab a D4 and roll it.
A D4?
Yes.
Ooh.
I've lost my
Oh,
D4.
God damn it.
I've lost my D4. So I'm gonna just half it.
I think we need to roll again.
Got a 1.
Why?
Because
I got
me and Lavanya got both 2.
Mm.
Nice. Which is fine.
I
That's
got-
okay.
I've
It's
lost
okay.
my D4, so I used a D8 and half the result, and I rolled an 8, so I got a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go through this in order of well, I say order. I'm just going to pick whoever I want at random because that's how it goes. So Christy, as Bumper, what did you get again?
1.
Okay, because you are using the stick as a witty way to keep Erg entertained. You have an extra because you're technically in the middle of sparring. The next time you use a wits move, you can use an additional damage die with it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Next is Liam. What did you get?
2.
Now with Lavanya, obviously your fighting style is more cunning.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
with you, the next time you use a move that requires cunning, you may roll a second damage die. But because you rolled 2, you can do that twice.
Oh, nice.
The same goes.
Nice.
The same goes with Lavanya. With Lavanya, you're very enraged, and with your rage, you're just throwing it out with your pure strength. So you have an additional damage die 2 times when you use a move that uses power.
Nice.
And as for Erg, you're having a whale of a time fighting the stick. You're making it seem as if it's like Kong versus Godzilla, like some epic fight some epic fight that needs a winner.
I feel like in Erg's head, the closest I can think of it would be Naruto versus Sasuke that sort of fight.
Oh yeah, like epic ninja battle. And with that in mind, the next time you use moves that require appeal, you may roll double the damage die 4 times. Nice. Workout
Sorry, I
in
didn't know what
silence.
you said there. My internet's being a massive dick right now.
Okay, you rolled a 4 there.
Ah.
Hello, Mr. Vinny.
Hello.
Okay, you rolled a 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so with that 4, you can when you use a move that requires appeal, you can
Right.
roll double damage die 4 times.
Oh damn.
My D4's done a runner. I'll find it later.
And
So-
I actually had a huge sneezing fit just now.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
So, with all that workout, pumping out the anger, having some fun, you guys land in Japan. As on your way down to landing, you notice like some of the bright lights, some like noticeable landmarks, some of the big towers, the big buildings that light up the Japanese skyline. Like you notice a massive stadium where there's lights going on the outside and a big firework display going on, as if like there's a big event going on. Like it definitely feels like it's a bit of a culture shock, as Japan is very much more alive, thrilling, and full of action.
Sweet.
And as the plane lands and the doors of the plane open, all of a sudden, you're a collection of elves with tattoos all over their bodies run into the plane and stick kendo sticks in your faces.
Oh, great. We just ran into Yakuza.
On a plane in the air.
Has flashback. Has immediate flashbacks, and he's trained for this.
So there's about like 5 guys sticking kendo sticks in your faces, and then a relatively big weighty guy comes in. Bearing in mind that the guys that are surrounding you are elves with tattoos, this big guy isn't an elf. You actually notice that there are like some big ears flopping down near the sides of his big cheeky face, as he's got like a big oversized cigar in there, and the two buck teeth in front of him are made of gold.
Nice.
Nice.
As this suited individual, as he smokes, walks up through the doors, takes out his cigar, does a big puff of smoke out of it, and puts on a big grin as if to go, "Welcome to Japan, Westerners."
Well, that's some welcome you're giving us. We could have snapped those sticks in half and shoved them up. Well, yeah.
Shove them somewhere where the sun doesn't shine.
Like you see one of the kendo stick holders getting very aggressive and pissed off as he moves his kendo stick closer to you and is spattering some very loud, fast, angry say-sos in Japanese. The big rabbit putting his hand up as if to silence him.
Just smiles and waves.
The rabbit just gives you that awkward look as if to go, "I'm not waving at you." But then he looks over and just goes, "Well, here in Japan we have some customs that need to be catered to. One thing that I'm here for is to make sure that certain payments are given upon entry."
What sort of payments?
Well, you see, with how we work, payment comes in two forms. Payment through money, and payment through blood. So, needless to say, if you don't have one, we will be asking for the other.
The agricons bleed.
Agricons don't necessarily bleed. With how agricons work, because of your rock exterior, your exterior gradually gets broken down, which is why when you hit 50%, your ability triggers and it does something. But when you hit 50%, your core elements of your rocky being breaks open as if to show the very manner of earth that gave you life itself. So it's less that you bleed, more so that you let out the energy that you want to keep in to keep you alive.
Gotcha.
I take it like lava cracking.
Yeah,
kind of
basically.
You'd have a volcano and then it sort of cracks slightly and a bit of lava comes out.
Yeah. That's the basic gist.
Or in Erg's case, he drops his rock.
Drops rock.
Yeah.
So the big rabbit is now looking towards you guys and just goes, "So, what will it be? Money or blood?"
How much money?
How much blood?
So at this moment in time, he puts the cigar in his mouth, goes into his jacket pocket and whips out one of those small handy calculators that he's only just able to press with his big pawy hands. He does some mathematics on his hand, takes out a cigar again and just goes, "Well, bearing in mind the length you must have travelled to get here, the amount of you that are here, the obvious refinement of the plane, it must be at least 300 wrestlebucks each."
300.
So
Sure, we're going to have to pay him blood.
Scoops down and whispers towards everyone else, "Can I punch them now?"
Yes,
I think I will. I think we will go with trial by combat and just prepare for combat. very almost like a Tekken way.
Alright, we didn't come here to be harassed by... No, we didn't come here to be harassed by freaking ninjas and whatever you're supposed to be.
Yeah, and ninjas are they are not affiliated with gangs. much. These are just due to think too much of themselves.
Just hears this, smiles, and like a zen wave goes.
I love it. Okay. With this in mind, is anyone going to... Okay, well, bearing in mind what Lavanya said earlier, the big chubby rabbit's going to give out a little bit of a giggle as he puts his calculator back into his jacket pocket. And he looks back out to you guys and just goes, a shame. A lot of people tend to spend with the money, but it's been a while since my boys had a bit of fun. Well, it's been nice knowing you. I hope you like your final resting place in Japan. He goes to take a couple of steps out of a plane, and as he takes his step, he clicks his fingers, and his kendo stick wearing naked-chested, elven tattooed mafia people are ready for battle! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to roll!
Fine.
So it's a flat D20.
Flat D20, let's do this.
Sweet. Alright.
16.
Then
Erg's going first.
What
Okay.
did you roll?
A natural 20.
Sweet.
Sweet.
And then NPC. Right, let me write these down. So Erg got the nat 20. I got that. Liam, what did you get?
16.
16. Bumper, what did you get, sorry?
7.
7. And Lavanya, what did you get?
And I got 10.
And 10. Okay, with that in mind, battle is about to commence, and as battle commences, Erg! What are you gonna do, Rock Boy?
Well, first of all, haiku.
Oh. Battle
Erg
haiku.
sees it all now. Erg sees it all. Pay with cash or pay with blood. You will pay with blood.
War. I like. Okay. What you gonna do?
Well, I've got my what hang on. What abilities can I use? I've got my intimidating stare thing.
Yes.
Larger than life. I'm gonna stare him down. How many are we fighting? Just the one?
You got about 5 of these kendo stick guys in front of you.
Right. How many?
Cutting out for me a bit, Vin. Try say that again for me.
Sorry. How many of them?
So there are 5 of them in total.
The biggest looking one there, like the one that looks like the best one there, and you'll just stare him down and give him a little friendly grin.
So yeah, there's like one a little further back that's like a little bit more chubby, but like a little bit more seasoned. Like he's got some more like battle hardened tattoos across his face, and you're gonna dare intimidate that guy with your big Erg eye. Let's do this. So, they must succeed in rolling a power die higher than your power, or be intimidated. Right. Let's have a look.
So they need to roll a 6.
Let's see. They rolled a 1.
Wah.
So like they see you staring. It's like as if it does this like old school like Japanese martial art movie trope where like it fins onto your eyes, fins onto his eyes. Doom 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 back to back one another until he's like, oh, like a little bit scared. He's like, "Oh, look it!" As he just drops his kendo stick and just like puts up his hands as if to go, "No!"
And as he does that, Erg's going to go for a straight uppercut to.
Oh, I like it. Okay, you're gonna run up to that Mother Hubbard after scaring the living daylights out of him, and you're gonna strike that guy with a very, very good uppercut. I'm just gonna check my thingamadoos, because I believe if you're uppity cuttering, yeah, you know what's good? Uppercut. With all that happening, that uppercut has some power. So roll it with power.
Yeah.
And you know what? Because you scared him so well, roll it with your favor power.
Oh. Oh my. Okay. I rolled a total of 30.
Holy crap.
So 30?
I rolled 18 plus 12.
Oh, yeah.
damn.
So 30.
Jesus.
Okay, so that uppercut is felt throughout the entire plane. As you smash that guy so hard, he goes straight up and his head is jammed into the top part of a plane. So his body's just hanging there as one of those bags where you punch in a boxing gym where you just repetitively smash it.
Damn.
But for damage, because that used favor and he was scared shitless, roll damage with your favor.
Right. That's a D12 plus 12, basically.
Pretty much.
I rolled a 4, so that's 4 plus 12, 16.
Lovely. You smack that guy into the ceiling of the plane. All you hear is from the other side as he is trapped, and it damn well hurts. It really does. As he's just hanging there, squirming around, to just go trying to unjam his head, but it's not working. Okay, and with that,
Erg's just gonna stand there and just put his hands behind his head, sort of as if he's standing up but lounging.
just to go, job well done. Okay, now it's time to see if your job was well done, because it's actually these mafia guys' turn.
Oh, wow.
And the guy you've just knocked into the plane is going to try and roll himself out of it. Let's see if he can. Nope! So he's going to try... He tries yanking and pulling and he's just until he's just and he just gives up and you just see his body shrug as he just hangs there dangling. Meanwhile, one of the other guys that's close by you is going to be pissed off, say something angrily in Japanese, and he's like, "Ha!" and goes to strike you with his kendo stick. And that's a 14 versus your AC.
My AC
Yes.
is 19.
So that's a big fat miss. Because as he goes for your kendo stick, he tries to smash you as the ripple from whacking your body ripples down his kendo stick and shakes him more than it shakes you. You just brush it off as if it's nothing.
Just give him a bemused look as he hits me.
Basically. And then you got two other guys that immediately jump in on you, but kind of do a double team kendo down strike. One from the left and one from the right. It's yay! Go to strike on down. Oh! Oh my! It's a 22 versus your AC.
Oh damn, that's it.
Oh yeah. And with that double strike coming on down, they smack you onto like your left and right shoulders, as it does some damage to you. Let's have a look. Okay, and that does 14 points of damage.
Ouch.
Pretty hefty. Not
Very not bad. Now, bearing in mind, that's 4 of them. The last one is the one that was sticking its kendo stick up Lavanya's face, who's like gonna say like something like soft in Japanese. And he just goes, yeah, as if to try and swing it across your face. And that is an 18 versus your AC.
That misses.
Oh, he goes to swing it across your face, and as he does, it's like as if you're still frustrated about what's happening with Eric. You just like grab the kendo stick before it smacks your face, and you're just like giving him that intimidating stare as if to think, not today.
I don't know whether I want to say this like on my go or whether to say this now.
I'd say it now. Go for it.
Yeah, as she grabs the kendo stick and just gives him this glare, she goes, you know we're your visitors, so speak goddamn English, motherfucker!
And then all you just see, it's like you holding onto his kendo stick, and he just says 2 words in like badly pronounced English. Just go, you suck! As if it's like the only things he knows.
I wanna follow it up with something else.
Can I just speak? Just like just like if you suck, what about that guy pointing to the dude stuck in the ceiling?
Yeah. Oh man, I was gonna say like as he said, you suck, and I go, and you're gonna swallow my fucking fist.
Oh damn! like he's kind of like he kind of understands, but at the same time he's like, eh? Nani?
Nani?
Oh god, we'll get to that. So yeah, effectively they've all done their bits. The next is, if I just have a look, it's Liam.
And Liam is just looking at this madness to unravel, and he is going to elbow smash the guy who is trying to hit Lavanya.
Okay, now because his kendo stick's currently being held by Lavanya as you're going in for the strike, I want you to use that elbow smash with your favor.
Mm-hmm. I would use it as favor anyway.
Yes.
Because of my... So, yeah.
Yes, so do it.
Let's see. 1d20 plus... that's 12. That's 28.
Nice. Is that a dirty 28 or?
16 plus 12.
Okay, not bad. So with that is a nice clean smash on my face. It's like as if like you've tapped her on the shoulder, just go, hey, huh? Boof! Straight up smash in his face. Now roll me some damage with that. That, because it's a smash, it's power.
Yes, it is. Is it with favor or?
You know what? Fuck it, I'll give you a favor.
Alright.
I'll be generous today.
So that's 18 points of damage.
Oh, very nice. That is some smash. Like you
Yes,
smashed him to the point where like his kendo stick comes out of Andy's grasp. He stumbles back a little bit, grabbing onto his face as you see some blood coming out of his nose. And he's just like shouty, screamy at you as he just takes a stance with his kendo sticks in his both his hands.
And Liam is actually gonna say like, So, are you sure you want to battle this out? Because I know where the kendo stick is going next. If you don't put it down.
Like he just wrings his hands over like the handle of the kendo stick as he's just looking like very angrily towards you as if he's ready for revenge.
Alright.
Wow. Okay, I'm guessing that's going to be your turn for that one?
Yes, that is gonna be my turn.
Lovely. Next is Lavanya.
Alrighty, so I still have my hand on the kendo stick.
Oh no, the kendo stick came out of your hand.
God fucking damn it! Liam!
What?
What? He smashed! That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh,
See?
shit.
He's bleeding quite profusely.
So what's this guy doing? Like, is he on the floor, or is he, like, just holding his nose?
So he wiped his nose, like his nose still bleeding a little bit, but he's taken like a battle stance with both his hands on the kendo stick.
Oh, in that case, then, I am going to, like... Oh, man, what can I do? God damn it, I had a plan with the kendo stick, Liam!
Yeah, you did, but I have a plan for it now.
God damn it. Alright. In that case, then, I am going to... I'm pretty much going to grab him by the tail, and I'm just going to I'm going to try and throw... I'm just going to grab, like, the guy, and I'm going to try and throw him into one of his friends. Like,
Okay.
or as many people as I possibly can.
Okay. First things first, you want to grab the guy. So, I want us to roll a pair of d6s, see who rolls higher, to see if your grab goes through.
Like 2d6s or just
Alright,
1d6?
So you're rolling a flat d6, I'm rolling a flat d6, and we're seeing who gets highest.
Oh god. That's a 3.
You got a 1.
Yes!
Oh, wow, nice.
So it's like as if he looks all tough, but then you grab him and he's like, oh, and then you're just like, yeet! Just chuck him.
Yeah, as I wrap the tail around him, I go, Omewa Shinderu, bitch! And then just swing him across the room.
Yeah.
Into the other guy.
Like you chuck him, like as you chuck him forward, he's actually heading towards the pair of guys, the smack Dirk with the kendo sticks. As they look back to see where the screaming's coming from, and they just go like "Nani!" as it just like comes careening towards their face. I'm just gonna see. No, why don't you do this? Why don't you roll me a d20? But because you chuck the living daylights out of them, add your power onto it.
With favor or just normal?
Not with favor on this one, sadly.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so power with favor. That's a 13.
Oh. It does okay. It's pretty good. It's normally not as good as you were hoping for it to be, but it's okay. He ends up being flown towards the pair of kendo guys that have just turned back and been like, ah! But as for guys coming over, it doesn't quite hit them like where you're hoping to aim them, which is like their upper areas to knock them down. It more so hits them in like their legs and knee areas, so it still does some damage, but not a lot. So, I want you to roll me a pair of d6s, one for each of the guys that you're whacking. But instead of adding your power stat, it's sadly only your harm's power.
My harm's power. Okay, fair enough. So that's gonna be... Oh, so is it gonna be -3 then? Or is it gonna be +3?
It is sadly only going to be the -3.
Okay, so 2d6 That's a 4.
Okay. So they both take 4 points of damage. They're a little bit niggled in the shin, like taking a little bit of a bend downward. But they're both looking back at you, making like a kendo stick stance in like defense of their fallen comrade, ready to take you on. But bearing in mind you've just chucked this guy across the plane, he's going to be hurting as well. So why don't you roll me a d6, but add your favors power to that because you friggin' lobbed him.
Yay! That's a 15.
Yeah.
Nice.
Meanwhile, their friend just got really hurt, and as far as they're aware, they're like kneeling down, checking on him, giving him like some smacks over the face to wake him up. He's out cold.
One
Ooh.
down.
I am looking over. So with my snake mist, is it a bonus action or a just an action?
I will quickly remind myself. Bear with me. Here's saying,
Yeah, black mist turns into a sticky agent capable of
it's
gluing things
counted
together.
as a weapon attack, so this will be a regular function.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, but wait, wasn't my tail a bonus function? Yeah, my Titan grip is a bonus function. So
Touche, young
I can
Padawan. Using your character sheet.
yeah,
Who becomes the master?
and
it's genius like that that will award you the chance to use your mist.
yes. In that case, then, with the while the 3 guys are like in a bundle, I'm just gonna spray them all with my mist. Like, they are gonna put on a chastity belt and sit down!
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have the black mist, wasn't it?
Yes,
The
it is.
adhesive.
So it's D6 plus toughness. So do I roll for that?
Okay, so any creature sprayed with this must roll a toughness die on their turn, or roll higher than your toughness to break out. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm just reading over this and I'm like, D6 plus toughness. So is that damage then?
So the damage, yes. So first things first, you roll the d20 plus your toughness to see if you can land it.
Okay. 15.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's regular toughness.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Well, these guys are shirtless mafia men, so they don't exactly have the best when it comes to attire class at all. So spraying them is actually quite easy. The mist that you let out creates like gelatinous molds that land on like across their chests and across their hands of the kendo sticks as we just start to like mold and glue into one another. You see one of them like trying to gets a quick hand off of their kendo stick and tries to rip off part of their chest, but then the hand starts getting glued to their chest and they're like, ah!
Oh man. And I'm guessing I'm gonna roll for damage.
Yes.
Oh, 7. Never mind.
Okay. So they take 7 damage. They're glued. It's sticky. They don't like it because it's covering their tattoos and it's making them feel bad. But their kendo sticks have intertwined with one another, so they are pretty darn stuck together one way or another. I like.
Yes.
Right, I'm gonna guess that's gonna be your turn on that one.
Yeah, any creature sprayed with
Yeah, so they'll have to wait until
Okay.
their turn to break out. Or to
Okay,
attempt to
fair.
break out.
Yep, that's fair.
Okay. And with that in
keep-
mind,
I keep blowing forgetting to put in my brawler's gloves. God damn it!
nah.
Oh, well, I will accept the penalty.
Yes. And coming up next, it's Bumper. It's battle time. So unleash
I
the
was
rabbit.
I was gonna jump on the floor next to the two that are stuck.
Yep.
You know, try to like, you know, just on see if like the vibrations and like knock them back.
Oh, I like. It's like doing a ground
Just-
shake stomp.
Kind of like, yeah, just on their toes kind of thing. Like,
Oh. Land straight on the toes. Just be like, crunch. I like it. Why don't you do it? And you know what? That will be a d20 plus your wits.
should I get a double, do I on?
That's on the
Yes.
damage. So for this one, you're just simply rolling to land it first.
Roll a d20, add your wits to it.
12.
Okay, so you do some like acrobatic jumping through the air, a couple of flips as you're aiming to stomp straight onto their feet. You manage to land in front of them, but you just underclocked it as you're standing in front of them. Them giving you an angry look, but they can't really do much about it as they're kind of stuck together via the sticks.
There you go.
Lovely. Was there anything else you wanted to do, or was that pretty much it?
I don't think I've got any bonus to do, so.
Well, you got a point, yeah. Very well. That's a point. Did you pick your iconic aspiration in the end?
I think we did, but I don't think it ever got put down.
I don't remember whether
I can't
you
remember
picked...
what I chose. It was so.
Because wasn't it that you went with iconic performance?
I can't remember without looking
We'll sort that out.
over the booklet and that again.
No, that's fine. We'll sort that out later.
Maybe I have got it down.
I'll tell you what, have a look. And when it rotates back...
Artist? No, that's not it.
Yeah, because it would have been either iconic flair, iconic vocals, or iconic performance.
I think it might have been performance then.
Yeah, because, do you have artist to the core?
Yeah.
Then yes, you're a performer.
Yeah.
But that's when you successfully perform an attack against opponents. Aha.
Yeah. And it's appeal as well.
Yes. Never mind.
Yeah.
Next time, my
That's
friend. Next time. However, it looked stylish. That's what matters. And with that styling and profiling done, Ugh! Smash!
Right. I have an idea. How far away from the dude stuck in the ceiling are the rest of the dudes stuck together?
Okay, so the dudes that are stuck together are like to one side of you.
Right.
The other guy that tried swinging at you and had the vibrations is behind you. And then the guy that you put into the ceiling, you are facing.
So I've got right. So I'll just put it in terms, so you might get an idea of my plan. Would I be able to suplex the dude in the ceiling into any of the people around me?
Let's put it this way: if you can pop that guy out of the ceiling, you can do with him whatever you want.
Okay, right. What I want to do, all right. So before we roll anything, my plan is I jump.
Right.
Pop him out of the ceiling and perform a suplex in midair, landing on the other people.
Ooh,
the people stuck together.
Oh, I like it. Let's try this. So,
what am I?
First things first. You jump. You grab. Can you pull out? Ew, that just sounds.
Oi oi.
That's the R-rated version, but we're not there yet.
No, it's not Lavagna's turn yet.
No, exactly.
Not yet.
So you jump up, you go to grab him. Roll me roll me a d20 plus your power to try and yank him out.
I rolled 21.
That's
13
enough.
plus 8.
You yank that boy
Right.
out of the ceiling, and he's like, like having another gasp as he's been brought back through the shrapnel of the plane. But then in midair, it's like as if you've grabbed him, thrown him over your shoulder, and it's like as if you're doing a crash down onto those glued guys that are only just able to see you falling behind them, and then it's like like not looking forward to what's about to happen.
And
Good.
with the power of the suplex, I'm rolling a d20 plus my favor power.
I believe so. I will quickly check it. Because that will be your power plexer stiff.
Yes.
Doobity doo, go through that. Doobity doo, go through that. Doobity doo, up the list. Doobity doo. Here we are. Lovely. Yes, power plexer, power in the suplex. Level 3, you can roll favor on your power die for damage, and you can perform this equal to your power stat before requiring a rest.
I was on damage, not on.
On
Yeah.
damage, yeah.
Right, okay. I rolled. Oh, dice went down the back of the. I'll roll again.
No worries.
Right. The only reason is it's either an 18 or a 4, and I don't know which.
Okay, yeah. Do it again.
So I roll again a bit more gently. That is a 19 in total. 11 plus 8.
That'll do it. You bring that guy down into the suplex. The guy's just going as it just crashes on top of him. One guy onto two. Big smush. Ouch. It's not nice. Needless to say, damage is going to be out there. So right off the bat, I want you to roll damage for the two guys that you landed on with that suplex. But I already want you to roll 2d6s instead of 1.
Right.
And this is plus your power because of the suplex thing.
Would that be favor power?
If you want to use it, yes.
Hells yeah. With a move
Then do
like
it.
this, why wouldn't I?
Then with your favour. Oh,
Right. The first d6 is a 3, and the second one is a 2. So that's 2d6. So that's 5 plus 12, 17.
very nice. So the two guys get smashed on top of. They're only just still like quenching in pain, but they are now crushed underneath the body of the dude you have just smashed on top of them. Speaking of which, that dude has received quite a bit of damage himself. Why don't you roll the damage onto him?
Is that another d6? Or
That is another d6, but because you've activated power in the suplex, I'll let you roll it with your favour again.
I rolled a 6, so that's 18.
Oh,
Lovely.
dang.
So
I think he's dead.
the guy you used as the suplex lands on top of him as you just see, like, it's like as if like his eyes have rolled in the back of his head as he's got his mouth wide open and you hear he's pretty gone.
And then as a bonus action after this, I'm going to stare at the other dude, sort of flex and wink, and do my larger than life again.
Okay. You stare down at the last dude standing as you give him a bit of a
Bit of a peck show.
a bit of a peck show. Can he roll? No, he only rolls a 4. So your peck show does get through to him. He's not as badly hit as the guy you first did it to, but it's bad enough to the point where like his upper half, it looks pretty solid, but then you look down at his lower half and his knees are just shaky.
I just imagined that Erg did like a JoJo pose.
Oh yes, you're just like hand over face like Caesar, just going wow.
Love it. Yes.
Okay, with that in mind, that guy now hit, so he's got harm on his next bunch of attacks, I believe. I'll just double check what I wrote. Must have seen them power die, harm on their next attack. Yes, so they do. And their next attack is now! So,
Yes.
he's shaky in the knees, but he's not gonna be hindered by that. He's going to channel his Mafia honor as he is going to charge towards you with kendo stick in hand and try and go for a vertical swipe at your head. And that is a 19 versus your AC.
What was that, sorry?
A 19.
That is my A.
Ooh. Stalemate showdown. If that's the case, you roll a flat d20, I roll a flat d20, and whoever's highest wins. Okay, damn. Mine was bad.
That great, huh?
So great.
Mine was 18.
And mine was 6.
Oh,
Nice.
damn.
So he goes to swing the kendo stick against your head. The same thing happens to him again as it just goes wing, like shaking down through the kendo stick. As this time round, he innately lets go of the kendo stick, and he just tries to hold onto his head and close his eyes as if to just focus himself. But as he's doing that, Liam,
Yes.
your
I feel
turn.
sorry for these guys now.
Yes. Is there anyone near me at this moment?
You would have to climb over the pile of guys, thanks to Erg, in order to get to the guy that's just like trying to rearrange and focus himself.
Well, that's what I do then.
Just
Okay.
springboard off of Erg.
And before I do that, I'm just gonna look at at the plane ceiling and be like, "Well, that's gonna cost a bit to fix."
I can always use my snake mist to seal it up afterwards.
Yeah, can we? Are you sure it's airtight?
Yeah, it's like expanding foam. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
We could always charge them for the damages.
yeah, that's true.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to. I think, as Ugg suggested, I'm going to use Ugg as a springboard.
Nice. So you manage to climb over the pile of dudes. You just see Erg, and so you just hop off of Erg's shoulder. That gives you just enough height, not too much, or else you're gonna smack through the ceiling yourself.
Yes.
But just a bit of like extra height. And what do?
I'm going to do knee lift to this guy.
Or so just as you're falling, raising your knee like up into his chin.
Yes.
Oh, I like it. Because it's a knee, you know what that means?
It's
That's
in favor.
right. It's the first case of Itchy Nissan. Ha ha! Joke. It's terrible, and I know it is, but I had to throw it
Yeah.
in there. Anyway, it's a knee.
Meanwhile-
It's your cunning. Roll for it.
Yes. That's plus 12 again.
Because of your father.
Yeah, and that is 18.
Oh, quite nice. With that, you're dropping down to him. He's still rearranging himself, and as he is, he opens his eyes and just sees a big knee going straight into his face. It just
Yes.
clocks into him. Roll that damage, please.
Yeah, so that's wait a minute. It's
So that'd be your
it's
D6 plus your cunning.
okay.
But if you wanted to, you could
1d6.
use what you had in your workout session, your sparring sesh, to add an extra damage die on top if you want to.
Yes, I could use my extra damage die.
Lovely. That'll be 2d6 plus your cunning.
Normal cunning or favor cunning?
That'll be normal cunning in this case.
Okay, so that's plus 8. That's 12 points of damage.
Very good. Clocking him across his face. He gets pushed backwards as he's just holding onto his face. As he's just screaming like very loud gibberish in Japanese. His back is pressed against the side of the plane as he is very much in pain at this point.
Yes, he is.
And he's going to be in even worse pain if he has to deal with Lavanya. Oh no, look, it's her turn.
Yes.
No, it's not time to pull out.
Alright. So he's the only guy left standing.
Yes.
Alright. And how ropey is he looking?
He's looking pretty ropey. He's shaking. He's holding his face at the moment, and he's one of the thinner guys. So this might be like one of his first outings.
In that case, then, I want to grab, grab his grab him by the scruff of his hair, like at the back. And I want to bend him over, grab a kendo stick, and just you know that bit in Kill Bill where the bride pretty much bends that kid over with her sword.
That's what you get for messing with the mother. Go back to your mother.
Yakuza, go back to your mother. Yeah, I am doing just that. If not, then I can always smack his butt.
Just you just ram in the kendo stick where the rising sun doesn't shine.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Very good. I like it. Yeah, so let's go with that. Because he's covering his face, you just simply grab him, throw him over you. You grab his kendo stick that was on the floor, and then you just raise it against him. Schmickety, schmickety, schmickety smack.
Yeah, I am going. This is what you get when you play with Yakuza.
Oh crap! I just noticed one thing.
What?
That?
My championship belt skill, hard and fast, says that I would be rolling elbow and knee strikes with favor stat with damage.
Ooh.
Too late now. Anyway. I'm generous in some ways, painful in others.
Yes.
So yes, but with that cane in hand, with you smacking him and showing him discipline, as he should be shown. First things first, roll me your d20 plus your power. See if those cane strikes strike true.
21.
Ooh, ouch.
And they totally do. He's over your butt as you grab that kendo stick and you just start smacking him like a bad child from the 30s.
Yeah. And
Bad
then and then because, oh man, would that be a strike?
It would technically be a weapon attack, so that'll be something completely different.
Okay. Then in that case then, I would like to use my tail as a bonus action to kind of smack his butt and just, smack him into a wall or smack him into, a group of,
Like the
elves.
pile of... Yeah.
Like the massive
pile.
suplex.
No, I'm gonna smack him one. And then I'll be like, go home to your mother! Yeah.
Okay, so first things first, roll me the damage for the cane.
So that'll be D6.
D6
Is it plus anything?
Plus your power.
Cool. That is an 11.
Lovely. That smacks him into next Tuesday, combined with the smacking of your tail. He has a little bit of momentum after he gets smacked, and you say, "Go home to your mother." As he goes, and then he trips over a pile of guys and just gets knocked out as he falls over.
And then I just throw the kendo stick away and goes, like, Japan, such a batshit crazy place.
Yes.
And they say, and that's why they call big. What was that film like? A Big Trouble in
Big Trouble in
whatever
Little
town.
China.
Oh well, never mind. I'm going in the completely wrong country.
This is more like Big
Racist.
Trouble in Little Nippon.
Yeah.
What? Nippon.
Ah, there you go. Okay, these guys have been knocked out, but who was that big bunny guy? What happened? Why were you just suddenly randomly attacked by what seems to be mafia / yakuza? What the hell is happening with these Japanese people? You're gonna have to find out next time on the next exciting installment of Ring Warriors. That's what.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yes, so fun times. Groups in Japan waiting for some Japanese fun times. So if you want to tune in and see what happens to the party next time, be sure to click the follows, the bells, the whistles, the tingly tangles, whatever it is now. The internet keeps changing and all these platforms keep changing. Just hit the button that lets you know when we're doing the thing so you can watch whilst we do the thing. It's called doing the thing. So do the thing! Just like Randy Savage said all those times ago. And of course, as we normally say with the streams, any donations, any follows or any subscriptions, etc., whilst the streams are going on, we'll be going to our two charities of choice, being Diabetes UK and Cancer Research UK, two very important charities to us here at Ring Warriors, where of course we want to put those bad illnesses into chokeholds and ring them until they're no longer found.
Until we make them submit.
There you go. I like it. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed. As I said previously, be sure to follow and all that jazz wherever you may be. Social links down in the description or the panels down below, depending on where you're watching this video. And we'll be seeing you guys next time for some more Ring Warriors action. In the meantime, I'm the Experter, here with the Ring Warriors crew. Stay explosive. We'll be seeing you guys next time. See you guys!
Bye.
Bye.